Hello, everyone. This is Grand Madam. How are you, my lovelies? I hope you've had a great week. And now I want to prepare you for next week. We have some interesting planetary transits. December 14th, we have a new moon in Sagittarius. Now, Sagittarius is the astrological sign of the explorer, the adventurer. It deals with higher education. It deals with traditional thinking at the same time, which is quite interesting because it is such an explorer and an adventurer. Also, that new moon is coming in on a solar eclipse. Now, let me explain this. These eclipses, whether they're solar or lunar, come about to prepare us for something big. And the way they prepare us is by supplying energy that provides data. Like, Grand Madam, what in the world are you talking about? We're given new information, whether it's dealing with your personal life or society in general. And that information is for you to use for your betterment, whether it's good news or bad news, whether it elates you or whether it hurts you. It's for your best good, okay? Because there is definitely going to be a shift. Now, I'm not saying New Age, New World Order, whatever, but we're coming into a whole new era, folks. The unrest we're experiencing in this country and around the world, the quarantine, the sit your butts down and think on it, which is what the quarantine really is preparing us for a major shift in life in general. And for some, it's very fearful. For others, it's very exciting. For me, it's exciting because this is why I came into this world. I wanted to be here when the shift happens, and it's happening now. But I still want to be around long enough to enjoy it, you know. That's up in the air. That's between me and my guts. But in the meantime, what I did, I took a peek at the impact of what the new moon with the solar eclipse, how it would impact the public for December 14th, I'm sorry, and how the next how the winter solstice is going to impact us also. Now, I did this with remote viewing. I'm a newbie at this, but that's why I like to back it up with my cards, just in case, but they seem to follow hand in hand. But when you're doing remote viewing, it's a form of clairvoyance. It's scientific clairvoyance where you literally and consciously go to the subatomic level and gather the data there. And the way you well, that's getting technical. The data is what you experience in your body as you're there. And you express that data or you express your findings in idioms. They look like little squiggles. So let's get on with it. This is what I found. For the new moon in Sagittarius solar eclipse, December 14th, here are the following words. I have not yet put them in sentences. I'm just going to give you the phrases, and how they strike you is how they strike you, okay? Package, many people changing food. The feeling was, ah. Party train, elation, having fun, jumping from place to place to place. Now, that was the solar eclipse. That's the energy that's coming that's hitting us in the solar eclipse and our reaction to it or response to it. Now, for the new moon eclipse, not the new moon, I'm sorry, for the winter solstice on the 21st, this was getting a little hinky. I got gain, then loss. I got men fearful, women joyful. I got fear, cold, structure and something looks like a scroll or a bill. Not a dollar bill, but a bill that you would submit to Congress. And from that, I got rules changing. I'm looking at my notes. Rules change. And so with that, that was interesting. Let's get on with the reading. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do the new moon reading first. Let me keep this open so that I keep track of where I am. And I'm going to do the winter solstice reading. This is going to be a general reading. I may do a breakdown astrologically for the winter solstice next week. I will. I know I will. I was just looking at the task of doing it because I do believe I'm going to break it up between men and women. No, not masculine and feminine. That's confused too many people. Men and women. Okay, maybe. We'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I'm going to be looking at the overall energies using the House of Wisdom Oracle deck. And then I'm going to be looking into your relationships because we'll get to that with the solstice. There's going to be major shifts. Well, first of all, let's talk about what the new moon is going to do. So, let me move these over here. All right, Spirit. I called in your guides, my guides and angels. Yeah, I'm in this too. Okay. What can we expect with the solar eclipse and with the new moon in Sagittarius on the 14th? What can we expect, Spirit? When I say Spirit, that is collectively our guides, angels, blah, blah, blah. Okay? What can we expect, Spirit? This is in general. What are the general energies that will be around us? Okay. All right. This is interesting. First is there is an oath. An oath is a vow, a promise. It's not just an agreement, but when you take an oath, you are entering a commitment between you, yourself, and some authority. You yourself, between you, another person, and some third-party authority. Okay? Listening. Darkness does not always equate to evil, and light does not always equate to good, she says. Listen to what is not being said, as well as what is being said. And here's a risk. People will be taking a risk. That's probably those party folks who are going out there during that quarantine and that second wave of that plague. Meditation. Some will not be going out there partying. Some will be trying to get their heads clear through their meditation. That's interesting. And the last, people will be meditating on the choices that they need to make. Okay. At the bottom of the deck, we have, and they're going to be playful and have some fun. Okay. Now, let's look at how our relationships will be impacted with the solar eclipse. Okay. Romantic, family, business. I'm using the Romance Angel Oracle deck for all of it. Okay. Because basically when you look at it, the same way you handle a romantic relationship or a business relationship or the family relationship is the same way you handle all of your relationships. You use the same tools, skills, talents, communication, language. And people decide whether or not they will continue to deal with you or not. So, what is the message for the solar eclipse, December 14th? Romantic article, Romance Angels. What's the message to the collective? One more shuffle. Oh, okay. You sure? Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from any type you have experienced, your usual type. You'll pay attention to the red flags. Signs are cautioning you. Be mindful. Children may be involved. Your love life is being impacted by children. And enjoy the bliss of the holiday time, honeymoon phase. So we have a lot of people who are meeting up. I didn't say hooking up. I said meeting for the first time. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. All right, that's working on family issues, and you know the family issues have already started to crop up. So keep an open mind. At the bottom of the deck, we have, oh yeah, have heart-to-heart conversations. Come from the heart and you're speaking. Keeping an open mind. Listening. Because if they don't say what you need to hear, it's not there, folks. Children will also be a part of your relationship or impacting it in some way. Now, that was interesting. Keep an open mind. What I want to do now, let me put these back out here. I'm going to pull out some clarifiers real quick. Really quick. I'm going to pull out the Lenormands. They're already charged, cleared and charged. I'm going to throw some cards down on pay attention to the red flags and risk. What will be shown to us after the solar eclipse? Spirit says that you're already being shown. The solar eclipse will just be the accumulation of what you already gleaned for yourself. Glean means you've surmised it, you've seen it, you've read the signs, the handwriting's on the wall, you've stopped, looked at, and read that too. And from all that data, you've gleaned it, along with your emotions, your feelings, how your body feels when you mention the people's names. All of that is called gleaned. You have gleaned that. Now you're putting it all together for that aha moment. So, pay attention to the red flags and risk. Let's pay attention to the red flags first. Oh boy. Alrighty. Cards. Are you really trying to tax my nerves? Pay attention to the red flags. Look at this. This came right out of the remote viewing. We have something gnawing away at a very important message, at a very important law, at a very important statement that has been made. The signs are cautioning you. By all means, watch it. Read the signs, because something that was supposed to be long-term is going to be short-lived. It's going to be great for the moment. Give it 2 weeks, 2 months, and then it's gone. So that's what you're looking at. That's what you're looking for. Anything, if you're looking for a long-term relationship, anything that comes up with some short-term language, walk away. Walk away. Yeah, because, ooh, bottom of the deck, also, time is out for difficulties. The time for difficulties has expired. All right. Ooh, one underneath that is worse. All right. So now let's look at risk. What is the risk out here? Excuse me. And that's for jobs too, folks. If you were interviewing or applying for one thing, full time, permanent, and they try to give you something temporary, or you look around and you realize that this company's not going to be in business that long because of the way they do things, or that's just the way you feel now that you walk through the door for the interview, or what have you, like you look around and like, or you know you're not going to be happy there or not going to be successful there. When you feel that, and for some of you, and you walk through the door and feel like suddenly something is itching and scratching and burning on your skin, turn around and walk out. Please. That's a definitely toxic environment. Okay, so give me a card. Give me 2 cards for risk. I've never heard so many weird things clanking and bumping. All this machinery around here. The clanking and bumping to my right was my heat going off, and I don't know what that was outside to my left. Okay, risk. Oh, okay. Now, the risk factor deals with, ooh, be careful, folks, because there's something. I have the solid bear and the sneaky fox. That's a heck of a risk. What else is here? Which came first? This. Be mindful about something that has to do with a house. It could be a housing deal. This looks like it's for a young man. Someone's falling in love with a house that may not be for sale or for rent, like it's been advertised. The owner may not, who presents themselves may not be the true owner. Is something going on there? Also, some of you might be taking some kind of risk with some shady real estate deal or shady legal documents. So be very, very careful. That should be exposed. All right. Enough of that. Now let's go to the summer solstice where things really get hot. Okay, Spirit, now we're going to work on the summer solstice. I'm going to do a different format. I'm going to do the extended Celtic spread because that's when all the stuff changes. I want to know what the rules are that are going to change. So we're going to go deep with this solstice. The solar eclipse is going to start prepping us for it. It's not giving us a whole lot of time. 7 days, 1 week of preparation. Maybe it's just nothing to worry about. It's like, okay, we're going to be in training from the 14th, and we're going live on the 21st. What is the impact? What does the winter solstice have for us, Spirit? How will we be impacted? I keep hearing rules change, the rules change, the rules change. What rules? Which rules? Getting ready to find out. One more, and that's it. Overall energy on the winter solstice. Oh, how sweet. Beauty. Our beauty standards, our love of beauty, rules, has something to do. Beauty also has something to do, is the card of the female, the feminine. Feminine energy. Next card, subconsciously or inwardly, it's going to be about fulfillment. This is interesting. Crossing that, we have, ooh, that stone wall, rigid. So what we're going, this is going to be interesting, folks. I don't know what's coming in the wind, but it looks as though it is going to impact the female. Not necessarily the feminine energy, but the actual female ourselves. And it deals with rigidity. So whatever stone wall, you know what? And it does deal with feminine energy. Because once you deal with the female, once you start accepting the female energy, you accept, scratch that. Once you accept the female, once you accept what is of the woman, feminine energy is accepted also. Once the woman is really truly respected and accepted for who she is and not who she's supposed to be from the perspective of someone other than female, men and non-binaries, and whatever else is out there, whoever else is out there, then the feminine is feminine stuff, feminine energy, feminine people are accepted and respected. So this is some deep stuff. I don't know what's going on. Wow. So from the fulfillment of the woman is being challenged by rigid rules, the wall, rigid opinions. Let's see what else is going on. So that, yep, hold on a second. I know that was my sleeve. That wasn't anything spiritual. Let me move it over there. That's deep. I can't. Are there some laws that are getting ready to be passed or what? And here we go again. Impacting a woman's self-worth. Self-worth, it seems to be an issue of the past, an issue of the old era. A woman's self-worth is now becoming an issue of the past. Here we go again. Look, there's the scroll. Look at that. It says success. But you see this scroll here, right? I wish I could show. Where'd I put that little scroll? I don't even know if you can see it in my notes. When I was doing the remote viewing, can you see? There's the scroll. Structure, that means building structure. And there's the scroll. There's the scroll. I'm going to have to go on hill.com and see if there are any women's issues at stake or laws. Wow. Forbidden. Wow, y'all. What was forbidden? Spirit, help, give me the right words. I'm not offending anybody. Give me the right words. What has been forbidden by the female because of rigid rules and lack of self-worth is what this is all about. This crowns the reading. Can you see all of that? So what has been forbidden is now crowning the reading. What has been forbidden has actually attacked the woman's self-worth. Wow. As a person, as a human being, And that is a message. A woman's fulfillment that has been restricted by what is rigid is being forbidden. And now we have honesty is coming to the table. It's a concern. And excuse me one moment. Hey, come on in. I'm recording. What's up? Too fast. Okay. Just say. Okay, thank you. Lock up on your way out. I don't use the pause button because the machine shuts off the whole video. See you later. Love you. The kids are home and they're on break. This is their time for break. So when they come to me, they need something now. Okay? Taking care of that. Even though it took a minute. Just a minute. Okay. That's why I interrupt. When the kids call, I go. Still. And when the grandkids and the grandnephews and the grandnieces call, I go. So, the next card. Good. Look. A lot of people are meditating. Didn't we have that card earlier? And once you start meditating and clearing your mind, it's like new energies come in to refresh you, to give you new ideas and guide you in different directions. Look at this. Now, people are concerned about the change of focus. This is a change of focus. My apologies for that little break I had to take. And still there are some, this is also a card regarding with the feminine. It's the moon. And this deals with all things feminine, the female cycle, the menstrual cycle. It also deals with illusions. It deals with what is hidden and forbidden and unspoken of. This is interesting. Also, Cancer energy, Pisces energy from that card. Wow. Ooh, look at this. All right, I'll pull out the second one too. Oh, wow. Looks like we've got some communication issues going on because I have denial on one side and understanding on the other. So it's like which came first? And it's like, here we go. This is what it looks like on the table. We've got a message of denial and understanding. Can you see that? And all of that's coming out. These are going to be some interesting times for sure. And what is the issue? The issue is be honest, doggone it. Be honest. Honesty, transparency is being demanded. This is not just in personal relationships. This is in societal relationships. This is in the traditional society itself. So right now, the traditions of society are being challenged. And what was forbidden for women is forbidden no more. The mental challenge is the deceit. Oh, my God. Okay, when I see things like this, deceit and the emotional challenges, you only get a little bit of the information here. You know something's up. You've got a piece of the truth, and now you're having difficulties dealing with the receipt. When I see outcome is justice, obedience, what was wronged will become right. Okay? Now, when I see a reading like this, very well, usually it's about personal relationships, but for this, looking at this is societal as well. And I am really blown away at looking at this, because what this is saying is that with this winter, with the solar eclipse and with this winter solstice, some information is going to come out regarding women, impacting women, that says the entire society has been deceived, maybe even the whole planet. And it's going to be just a little bit of information coming out, but when that information comes out, there is going to be A, lawsuits, B, Supreme Court stuff, or new policies and trying to correct some wrongs. Wow. And also on the personal level, you know what this looks like to me, even in a relationship, even in a romantic relationship, in a family relationship, the position of the woman has definitely changed. It is changed. It has to change. You are no more subordinate. I don't know. Oh, you know what? That was me. I need to find out what the change is. Here we go. Lenormands? No. Let's do. Let's look at what is forbidden. Because what is happening is that forbidden is in the future position, but it's crowning the entire reading. Let's look at what is forbidden. Let's look at what is forbidden. Because during the winter solstice, Jupiter and Saturn, two heavy planets, will be 0 degrees in the Aquarius constellation. Now, my thing is, good God, should they even be that close? You know, that's scary. But they will be so close that when you look at them through a telescope, they will look like a double star. That is also, now this hasn't happened in 800 years. The last time this happened in our modern world, and I'm talking modern as in Western, since there were books, okay? You can always, the difference between the modern world and prehistory is books and no books, okay? All you got is scrolls, prehistory. All right. Or even before the scrolls, but there's always been something written, whether it's on a stone or a leaf or a sheath or something. I've got to look at this forbidden, because this thing can go one way or another. Don't know which side this forbidden is on. What is forbidden? Lenormand. What is forbidden? And if the Lenormands aren't any more clear, then I'll use the Universal Tarot, or maybe the Urban Tarot to give us a more updated image and description here. So, what is forbidden? Ooh, almost dropped the whole thing on the floor. Forbidden. I have the house and I have the owl. Hold on, y'all. Holy shit. Okay. I'm not going specific. This has to do with family. Okay, let's see if I can't. Yeah. What is happening? Okay, here's the house. Here's all watching, the all-seeing eye, the wisdom and the all-seeing eye. This is the cross. I'm going to say this is the church. It even could be Christianity. Here's the ivory tower, and the ivory tower, and the labyrinth. The labyrinth is a series of barriers. And the woman, you see the woman all the way back there? And it seems that the ivory tower of the church, I don't know. It has something to do with religious teachings. And when I see this, in other words, didn't I do a reading about women leaving the church earlier? Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Something going on, y'all. And it's going to really be big with this winter solstice. As I was looking at this, I'm a former Catholic. I was raised Catholic. I'm into something else now, as you can see. I always wanted to be a priest. Became a priestess instead. Okay. And it was forbidden for me to become a priest. I wonder if this means we'll now have female priests or whatever. Someone said, would you go back if there were? No, not now. I still have the foundation, you know. I just look at Mother Mary and Jesus Christ a little differently these days. And definitely the priests, because you think that they still haven't. I'll put it to you like this. They're talking about, now this is not all priests. Come on, let's keep it real. You've got your priests who abuse children, and you have your priests who abuse teenage girls, their students that they're in charge of, and then you have some, could be the same characters though, I'm not sure, didn't stick around long enough, who sexually abuse the nuns. That might be coming out. Don't know. One thing is for sure, at the bottom of the deck, it's a whole lot of talking around the house. So this is interesting. Okay. Let's see what the message is. Let's see what the message is. Kipper. Pull out the Kipper for the message. Move those over here. Because whatever it is, there's going to be a change in the laws, or there's going to be some type of lawsuit or legal policy change or change in policy. So we're going to deal with, I wonder, we'll see. We'll see. Give me a card for the message. What is the message? Oh, here's a card that fell from the forbidden side, and it is, look, mountains. It should look like this. Obstacles. Mountains are obstacles. Mountains are difficulties. So whatever is getting ready to come down, all the obstacles, the problems, I don't know if this is a congregation or this is society in general, but it all feels to me like it's society in general. And I'm at 39 minutes. Let me hurry up. I didn't even do love reading yet. Let's look at the message. Message. What is the message? What is message? The reason I'm doing the Kippers and not the Lenormand to clarify message is because Kippers are even more, the Lenormand is a little more, Kippers are less descriptive and more, straight up. Whoa. Folks, the message is, Oh, wow. Didn't I say it had something to do with the position of the woman in the family? Somebody is suing. There are going to be some legal changes here regarding marriage. The message is in the marriage. Let me keep going. Well, get out of here. What it's saying is now that marriage has become a gift to the community and not a requirement in society. Marriage is now going to be seen as a gift to the female. Oh my word. Wow. Now see, that's that Aquarian energy. That's that, I'm sorry. That's that kind of stuff Aquarius does. They change the whole ball game. So instead of marriage being required, if single women have always been suspect, and you get this really out of the 40s and the 50s, and the term the honest woman. Well, the honest woman is a married woman. So now it's like marriage will be considered a privilege. Okay. Okay. On this note, let's go into the romance angels. Let's see what they have to say about this. This is quite interesting. So marriage will now be instead of it being a social requirement. Didn't you know it was a social requirement? Didn't know that, did you? Didn't know that. I bet you didn't. Some religion, okay, in the Christian religion, you have an option to marry or not to marry. In Judaism, no option. If you're an adult, you get married. And you're going to be married by a certain age. No options, no alternatives. Don't even try it. I don't know about the other traditions, but this here is interesting. Oh, wait a minute, I got the wrong cards. I'm sorry. So marriage will no longer be a requirement. It will be a gift. A privilege. Who? For who? Hold on a second. Gift to the community of women. So the men aren't getting married anymore. Good luck with that. Good luck with that. That's all I'm saying about that. So now, marriage will be a privilege. Lawsuits will abound, criminal as well as civil. You hear me? Oh, I'm so glad I'm my age. I don't have to put up with that foolishness. Some people are getting ready to get taken to school of hard knocks, and they brought it on themselves. So now, let's see what the winter solstice has in the relationship department. I can't wait to see this. I'm going to read the same way, extend this Celtic spread. If we go over an hour, I'll go over an hour. I got to get this out. Okay, winter solstice. What is the winter solstice message from the romance angels? One more. Come on. What is it? What is it? What is it? Okay, let's see. Overall energy. New love. A new person has stirred romantic feelings. So you have a new way of loving. Love takes on a new meaning in the Aquarian age. You deserve love. You are loved. So we're talking about self-love. Aquarius deals with the individual. So a lot of this is going to be oriented around the single person. Here we go again. Religious factors are causing problems. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and your spiritual path, and it is in direct opposition to your new love and the concept of you deserving to be loved. So all that's getting ready to be revealed, exposed, or whatever. Blown up, I don't know. Change. Great love is worth taking steps you're guided to take. Make the effort, but it's in past position, meaning that no one is making the effort anymore. Healing family issues. Your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. Nobody's forgiving their parents anymore. Oh, gee, this is sad. Trust the situation calling for you to have faith. But it looks like your faith may be the problem because it's impacting your love life. And this is the first time we have more single people than married couples or families. It used to be called the Pepsi generation back in the 70s. I don't know what you call yourself now. Here we go with the soulmate. This whole thing, searching for a soulmate. Folks are searching for the soulmate, but which comes out of Eastern tradition. To recapture romance, you allow your inner youth spirit to shine. What? Recapture romance. Allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Basically, this is friends with benefits. And for some, it might be for those trying to recapture the love they feel they no longer have. It's still there. It's just underneath all that other goop that's sitting on top of it. It's a good idea to just Netflix and chill in each other's arms on the couch with the children away, or get up and listen to some old music and dance with the music that you met at the time you met. Whatever was playing, your favorite song, get up and dance. That's how you recapture that, because now we've got this. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. See this? So here's a dichotomy. Some people are hell-bent and determined to be single. Others are hell-bent and determined to be in relationships, and they are clashing. Let your friends help you. Ask for help. Ask for and accept support from others. This is my counseling card, therapy card. And some friends, if they can. Your love life is being impacted by children, affected by children. And here's an engagement. Your love life is ascending to a higher level. Some of you have decided to commit, probably because of children or in spite of children. And that sits on top of the soulmate card. Others of you still have to do some cleansing and clearing to do. And here, the mental challenge is a past life love relationship. So some people are reconnecting with people from their past, like high school, college days. And look at this. This is the dynamic I was just talking about. Free yourself. Some people want to be free of relationships, while other people don't want to be in relationships. And that is going to be an interesting dilemma. There has to be a balance struck for that. Because this is the emotional challenge. It's time to take back control of your life. Well, you can take back control of your life, But I also read this as being, and especially with the winter solstice and Saturn and Jupiter in Aquarius, as being an individual, being alone, being free from relationships. And that is an emotional challenge. What is the outcome to all of this? Express your love. Go ahead and make the romantic gesture. Okay? Express your love without any expectation of anything. Okay? You have to take it as it comes. And I'm going to wrap it up here at 50 minutes and 39 seconds. I think I've covered it all. This is Grand Madam. Wishing you a happy winter solstice. Merry Christmas. I'll be back next week with the astrological breakdowns with the winter solstice so we can get into this individually, because this is upheaval in the making. This is going to be societal upheaval in the making. Now, whether it's going to be quiet upheaval, because some upheaval is very quiet. You just wake up one morning and everything has changed. Or it could be ruckus. On the 6 o'clock news. Bloody. Much love.